Hey everybody, my name is Rydo, and today we're looking at a fan-made project in honor of Stranger Things, the Duffer Brothers Netflix TV series. Netflix series, I suppose. It's not really TV. Uh, so this is a demo based on the movie Stranger Things, built in the point-and-click adventure style, kind of the what is often mistaken for the Scum script creation utility for Maniac Mansion style. And actually, this isn't using Scum; it's using another program called Adventure Game Creator. Just to quickly explain this, I'll put a link on where you can download it. When you download it, it will extract two files. One is called strangerthings.exe, one is called WinSetup. And if you just run strangerthings.exe, by default the resolution is 320 by 200, a ridiculously low small resolution for a game that, or a demo at least, that's coming out in 2016. So you need to run that WinSetup. You need to apply a filter that under the you need to click the advanced buttons to get to the filters, and then you need to apply the filter to like 9 times anti-aliasing filtering. What that does is it takes the actual pixels and blows them up huge and then renders them down small so you can get a resolution that is somewhat viewable. Also, it's in the adventure game creator setup there. You could probably set up the amount of memory it uses to 100 megabytes instead of 20. Most computers almost certainly will be able to run that, and there's nothing else that you probably need to change. Again, fan project, just a small little thing, so it's not a huge issue, but it is kind of a shame that it doesn't just out of the box at least do 640 by 480. That's a resolution that you could see. For comparison, 320 by 280, imagine a box about this big on a 1080p screen. That's where it started. And I had to blow it up to the box that's this big that almost completely fills the 1080p, but doesn't quite because of the aspect ratio. That's all we need to do. Talk about the setup. Now let's play the game. I'll hit the F9 button that restarts it. Actually, no other keys seem to do anything. No way to exit, really. So you kind of have to hit Control-Alt-Delete or Alt-F4 to close it. Really, really simple here. Let's begin, though. So, again, non-authorized fan tribute. Get that intro. I have watched Stranger Things. I thought it was a pretty good series. I'm not super obsessed about it, however. I look forward to seeing the Duffer Brothers continue their work and make new things. It seems like they may do great things as their careers continue. Let's click to continue here. Now, Chapter 1, The Search for Will Byers. I imagine, okay, this is what the boys call Mirkwood, the last place where Will Byers was. Alright, no voice acting, but the music is from the show, so I imagine this whole demo is going to get taken down with a copyright claim very quickly, unless Netflix is exceedingly cool. So if you haven't watched the series, there might be some small spoilers. I mean, we've already started with one spoiler here. We're playing as Hopper and he's smoking a cigarette because I'm standing here. We have Powell and Callahan. I didn't even catch the names of the deputies here. So when you come up here, you have your inventory of a flashlight and cigarettes, and all over the screen there are a few things to click on. Forrest, Callahan, say here. So let's see what we can do. Flashlight, the large rock. That doesn't seem to do anything. Flashlight, Powell. Hey, Hopper, don't point that light in my eyes. That's chief to you, pal. It's that. You keep pointing that in my eyes. I could see a Stranger Things actual game getting made. Oh, my eyes. Come on, chief. Let's be honest here. If I shine this directly into my eyes, I'll probably vomit somewhere. Vomit everywhere, actually. Let's see what we can do with the cigarettes. These two things don't work together, so I guess you have to right-click to get out of the items. It's kind of strange to have the Stranger Things logo here the whole time. Decides to take a smoke break. You could use 1 or 5, so you can trigger smoking. Okay, let's get on with it. The question is, how much of this demo is here? I don't think there is really much. So I offer him cigarettes. So neither one of my items work. Surprisingly, there's nothing remarkable about this unremarkable rock. I would definitely say if they were going to make a point-and-click adventure game like this official, they should... I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Will Byers is not underneath this tiny fallen log. They should definitely get the voice actors in there. It would actually be a decent way to keep the voice actors getting money, but then because it's Netflix, they may already be shooting the second season. I wouldn't be surprised if Netflix didn't greenlight a second season before they even aired the first episode. So this is just a little demo, and because of that, we've got the fallen rock, we got a small log, a fallen log, a small rock, a large rock. All up, boys, we cracked the case. We found the small rock. And then we have a tree, and then we have forests. The forest is eerily quiet as you walk through it. You hear only sounds and see nothing, yet you can feel something is near. So, let's talk to Pal. Okay, fellas, what's going on here? We've been searching the woods for a while now, Chief. Mr. Clark thinks he's found something. And this is a really old style. It looks really, really old school. So we now have the dialogue system where you usually just exhaust everything. What's up with Mr. Clark? He's over by the drain pipe. He said he found something. It's probably nothing interesting, honestly. Have we found anything else in the forest? Besides the bike, not a whisper of anything else. We did see a fort Will Byers made, but there was nothing of note in it. So, the problem with this interface, and why it eventually got evolved the way is because you read this and then they say it, so you're wasting twice as much time as you should to have dialogue. Do you think Flo makes good coffee? Are you kidding? Flo's the best. I know it's put a few more hairs on my chest. That's a weird conversation. Act professionally to you. It's late, boss, and I'm tired. I got a bit of I didn't catch that. What was that last word? I've got this bit of action. Oh, sorry. So he's saying he's got a hot date. That's enough, boys. I'll be back. And so the only thing left to click on is the tree. I assume if you click on Callahan, it's the same as clicking on Powell. So that's typical in point-and-click adventure games. If two people are standing next to each other, you get the same dialogue between the two of them, which isn't really a problem. It's a large tree, it seems unremarkable, but you still get chilled looking at it. You need more coffee. And then the pop-up descriptions is really, really old school. In fact, there's what you might call 3 micro generations of point-and-click adventures getting overlaid here. The inventory system is a very late thing, particularly when it pops up from like the top of the screen. The conversation system is a pretty middle of the road conversation road, which eventually got evolved slightly better, and then the pop-up of descriptions when you click on it is really old, like King's Quest stuff. So I can walk if I just click on blank things. So this demo is unfortunately only one screen long, but one long screen, longer than the resolution. Here's Mr. Clark, and here's the suit grade. So, is there anything else on this screen? We can just look at the fence signs. You give a slight tug on the sign, but it's attached firmly. It's covered with a stranger powdery substance now. Okay, Clark, what's going on? I found something. Well, what is it? It may be nothing. Let's see then. Well, it's this torn piece of cloth. This looks kind of like a hospital gown or something. Yeah, it's dirty, but it's fresh. Hasn't been here long. No, not at all.
Item acquired.
We get a little sound effect there when we got the item. That's pretty old school too. They say added an item right there. What can you tell me about Will Byers? Will was a wonderful student. He and his friends are very bright. Who are his friends? Well, he usually pals around with Mike Wheeler, Dustin Henderson, and Lucas Sinclair. Tell me about Mike. Mike's usually what you'd call the leader, nice boy. Tell me about Dustin. Dustin is so funny and bright too. Tell me about Lucas. What can you tell me about Lucas? Lucas is very intense. He's the most focused, I'd say. How are you doing? Well, I'm well considering the circumstances. Will's a great kid and I'm worried. Nice night, eh? I'd be better if I was at home watching the thing on VHS with my girlfriend. Goodbye. I'll be here if you need me. And I believe with that, that's the entire demo. Oh, I can't look here and look. It's lonely, dirty, and disgusting. If someone crawled through this, I imagine they were either very brave or very scared. Indeed, I'd hate to think of anyone being in there. Mr. Clark, thanks for your help. So we have this other torn cloth, we can click it on ourselves. I'm not going to rub this dirty cloth all over me, I might be damaged, but I'm not criminally insane. Now, I was expecting you to look at it and observe more information. Say, pal, what do you make of this? Well, it looks very much like a torn piece of something, like a hospital gown to me, Chief. Yeah, it does. So maybe use it on the fence signs? I imagine if you were going to do a Stranger Things game, an adventure game is... I'm not using this on that. Interesting. What you would want to do is... you decide to shine a flashlight on the sign. It has the number 11 on it. That's all. The rest of it reflects the light in all but one area. The number 11 has been rubbed off. So, I think if you were going to do a game like this, you'd do it in very modern graphics, because I think Netflix could fund that. and you would do a completely different story. Maybe set in the same world, but maybe a different city or a different time frame. I would hate to leave the 80s environment, but I would definitely think you need to tell a different story, so it's not gonna be a game where you're just going through the motions. See, have you found anything else in the forest? Having watched Stranger Things, we already asked that question. It would be too easy, and the TV series doesn't work as well as a video game. It works well as a movie and a TV series very well, but you'd have to translate it and have more actions. Even here in this demo, you can see he's having to pick up items and do things with the items that just weren't in the series. I don't believe he ever shined a light on anything and found anything. Or shined the light on the drain pipe again. Let's see. We can talk to him one more time, see if any new dialogue has shown up. Nope. And so I wouldn't be surprised if this is actually all of it. Little demo. Somebody hand drew these animations. Looks like I'm gonna have to pay a visit to that laboratory, whether they like it or not. I promised Joyce I'd find Will. And so unless there's something more this direction... oops. I missed the dialogue there. But basically all it was saying is there's more to do. We have to go visit the laboratory, and then we get the monster. Somebody bothered to animate that. See, and this almost feels like maybe it's viral marketing. I wonder if it is. Maybe I just got duped into showing an ad. So good starts, good concept. Would I really want to play Stranger Things, the TV series, as a point-and-click adventure game? No, I want some new content. But I like the theme, and I always love these point-and-click adventure games. I've covered a lot of them. That's going to be it for this little spotlight. At the end of all my recordings, I ask the same thing. I ask you to like this video, I ask you to share it with your friends, I ask you to comment if you want to, and I ask you to watch every second of my videos, because all of that helps out with YouTube, tells them that my videos are worth watching. If you want to support me even further, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. You can click that and make a donation. Also, by getting to my main YouTube page, which is what you do when you click on my name, Rydo, there's a playlist tab. You can see a playlist for every game I've ever covered. I've covered a lot of them, so check some of those out too. And then finally, down below in the description box, I have links to all my social media, so you can friend and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Google+. You can also friend me on Steam and Battle.net. All those links are down below in the description box. By following me on those services, you help me with that, and it lets you know when my newest video is available. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.